All right. So did you mess up the name of your brand and now you can't get A plus content, or you just want to change the name of the brand because you're going through a branding change? And sometimes companies do that. So to talk through the logistics of that, I'm super excited to bring on Stephen Pope from My Amazon Guy to chat
Hey,
through
Kevin.
that. So Stephen.
It's great to be on with you. So brand attributes are quite a finicky thing these days on Amazon. And so if you're a brand who loaded your listings, but you didn't have your trademark yet, and you're like, oh, I'll just put it under generic, or maybe you listed your brand and then all of a sudden you're like, well, that was a cool brand name, but it sounds like an STD and I want to go a different direction. Right. And so, by the way, that happened to me. Meliora Goods was my initial brand name, and I went to Momster after that. So in any case, these sort of things do happen, right? The problem is when you have a brand name on Amazon, they lock down the catalog. So to get the brand name changed has never been more difficult. So there's some things we can talk about today on how to go about making that change happen. And it's a big deal, because if you don't have the brand name that matches your brand registry, you're going to get hijacked. You're not going to be able to load A+ contents, and your brand store won't link. A lot of problems.
Okay, got it. So how do they make that change in this environment?
So the first thing you got to do is you need to do a full template upload, because if you try and change this manually through Seller Central, it won't work. So you need to focus on doing a full template upload. There's a keyword I'm using there twice: full, right? Not
Define
a partial
full.
update. Can't do a partial update. It's got to be a full update.
Got it.
Okay. This will sometimes be enough to check the box and you're done. But for about 80% of you, you're going to have to go on to step 2, which is load that template and then start filing tickets. And in those tickets, you're going to need to do a few things. You're going to need to show a picture of your item with the brand name affixed to it, right? That is, throw a sticker on it, put it in your packaging or whatnot. Make sure it's on the box.
They'll accept a sticker?
They have many times, although it's supposed to be permanently affixed, right? But yes, it's worked.
Okay.
And then in addition to that, a link to the manufacturer's website, which is usually just your brand website, right? Like your Shopify or whatever, and articulate why the brand name needs to be changed. Now, for most catalog changes, you need to go over to brand registry to make those changes today. That's like completely new in 2021, right? So like if you've got 5 years of Amazon selling experience and then all of a sudden they change the UI, you're like, where do I make catalog changes now? Well, it's all done through brand registry. However, for the one attribute that you can't really change through brand registry, it's the brand name, because they're only letting you change things for items under your brand name. And if you don't have the brand name under your brand registry, it's a chicken or an egg question on how to get it changed these days. So what you do then is you then start fighting with Amazon and basically say, hey, I need this brand name changed. It's important. It affects my livelihood. And here's all the reasons for why you should make this change. And it's compliant with Amazon's terms and conditions. And here's my brand. And it's just a bug in the catalog, and you need to help me resolve it. This is something that is very difficult to do, can take anywhere from 1 to 4 weeks to make it happen. And it's very challenging.
Got it. But what you're saying is it can be done.
It can be done. We did a video with Adam Heist about 6 weeks ago, and in there we detail in great detail on how we went and did it for him. And so for those that don't know who Adam Heist is, he's also another thought leader in the Amazon space, like Kevin Sanderson or myself, Stephen Pope. And so we made the change for his brand name, and it went through, and it was a big deal to him because he actually had a lawsuit, which he publicly talks about, from a big company like Crate and Barrel, saying you had to change your brand name. And he's like, well, Amazon won't let me. Help. Right?
Gotcha.
So he's got like a $700K brand name on the line with a legal lawsuit pending. And so we like went in there and somehow made it happen. So it's possible, it's doable, it's really difficult. And for those that can't follow the theory of what I've outlined, we also offer it as a service. So if anybody needs a brand name change, you can check us out at My Amazon Guy. We do charge $1,000 for up to 10 ASINs, it is expensive because it's heavy lifting.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So if you'd like to check out more content with Stephen and or myself, just click the playlist, which will be a little box over here somewhere. So thank you so much, Stephen.
Thanks for having me on, Kevin.
Appreciate it.